Good morning, this is Kara again with the Ministry of Uncover No More. I hope you're having a good transfer to the summer break. If you are a parent like I am, and I'm a long-standing parent, and yes, I will tell you that means you get tired of parenting. And it doesn't matter what religion or non-religion you are a part of or not a part of. Faithfulness is faithfulness. And that's what I keep coming back to. Because what I'm about to talk about is more mind-boggling than the two-part that I just released about Asia. And the reason is there's an immortal in my life who must stay anonymous, who spoke up this morning on Twitter. This will go on a blog. And the reason that he does that, just like another account who is equally on my blog, is because they have primary authority, like me, Tara, the archangel allegorical figure that these two men, have had to help. Well, I used to say that my father was the only one who could exercise off of me because I was literally the only one I knew who was an immortal like this. And I've testified through the return of the King of Kings who is dwelling. So there is no more I will testify at this point. If you don't believe me, I respect that. But I got to move on with reality, true reality. I have 10 children in the United States of America. And there ain't nothing as ferocious as a zealous woman in hell. And I've said that for years as I have fought through the religion and the control issues of the Christian church in America. According to Revelation 13. I understand the 666. The problem with me is I do not promote the changing of anything in the Word of God, the Bible, Old or New Testament. And yet, I will tell you that the pronouns are different. Anytime you see the Godhead, Lord, in all capitals, using He, capital H, capital E, you need to start visualizing it as capital S, capital H, small e, because the King is dwelling, as are archangels. But we're people too, and that's complicated. That's complicated. But I've got a couple of accounts on Twitter that I will openly admit they have ultimate authority with Tara as it concerns all my writing, all my artwork, and everything. I went through the process because of dreams other people had and because of things happening in my life which are not up for discussion. I broke all vows last night and was reminded that there's one vow I don't break. There's one vow I don't break. Because it takes both people to break a vow. Pagan. I'm talking pagan. When it comes to the Christian vows on the earth, that's a different thing. I don't discuss it, and my private life is nobody's business but mine. And I've made that very clear in the family, and they respect that. They respect what I have been through because they know I respect what they've been through. And what I will tell you about my family now is that as it concerns my personal relationships, we have no more enmity. None. My mother had to pass away. She was the last in-law or otherwise parent in my life as it concerns Beaty-Coffey. Her family, I will not discuss any longer, except for when I will say they are not my family. They betrayed my mother. They do not deserve anything other than actual cursing after what they've done, and I am turning away. I have witnesses to the fact that I am turning away. It is nobody's business how I am loving them henceforth. But I am still loving them. What I will tell you about this is something I told someone just last night who I love very much and loves me very much and we have been through hell together. If you don't properly hate, you will never have the free living water of love finish out in this lifetime. You will have some bitterness left in your life. And that person could agree with that at this point. He and I have been through hell to get here. And that is all the fault of Christian religion, and a good deal the fault of Christian ministries. And we are free now, and we're working together better than we have. And he did admit last night, it is better that we split up as it concerned Oak Hills Weir Loop, where my father and his brother built. 2 houses on 2.5 acres, and I talk about that in the Asian article, where you see my passion and my zeal come back. I held it in for some years because my family was suffering too much, and now I don't have to do that anymore. And I just need to tell you that there are 3 accounts, nay 4, who embody with my, oh gosh, how many Twitter do I have? I think I've got 4. Yeah, I've got 2 on my iPad and 2 on my iPhone, and there are differences in those accounts that I can't even explain to you. But I can tell you that a stupid little yellow car is playing shit shows with us here as I go somewhere because they can, and this is happening to me all the time, and some of my family. And they need to calm down in Austin, okay? You need to calm down in greater Austin area. And it's for the same reason that this account, which it is up to you whether you or not you want to go read my website, uncoverednomore.blog. Let me tell you something. The account I'm about to feature already told me I had his authority on all my writing. I have had to destroy artwork because he and I agree so much. I'm not going to tell you anything else because he's not going to tell you anything else either. And here's why. Because he takes his role in the Beaty-Coffey family's existence seriously. way more seriously than Israel takes their elder brother role seriously as it concerns Palestine. And that is what this gentleman chose to tweet as I slept last night. I replied, and it will go on uncovered no more. You need to understand this man has authority in all my writing and artwork. He is Mr. Starbucks, is who I call him. When I sit down at a Starbucks, because of his authority and my authority, finally understood, at least by the author here, because he doesn't write. He's muted for safety's sake of immortality on the earth today, 2021. Okay? And when I sit down at a Starbucks, the art beginning to come forth is, wow. Wow. And so I'm going to say, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, again, there's primarily 4 other accounts plus my 4 Twitter. So that's 8 accounts, which is a new beginning on the earth today. There's 8 accounts. 4 of them are mine, and I'm the author. Okay, there's 2 of us that are the author. Okay, I call at the good God above Father to my mother as Tara, Shekinah. I'm represented in a couple of different of his characters on podcasts. Okay, and yeah, I do artwork for At the Good God Above. In books and just in, if everybody will quit hating on my guardian, Mr. Starbucks, in my life, and the King in my life, I will have more time. I will have plenty of time to do the artwork and to promote what I'm supposed to promote, which ain't just my stuff. See, I don't just promote my stuff. I don't sell my stuff. I was thankful when my stuff couldn't be sold anymore. But I am not thankful that America and your bullshit took my publisher out. Right in line with Revelation 13, the very month that white-ass wicked dude named Donald J. Trump took office. Same month. Duh! Nobody likes us. Nobody likes us. Okay? We're used to it. We live pretty solitary lives. I'm the only one declaring myself pagan. They get it. Let me tell you. They get it. They know I gotta do what I gotta do. Some of them are declaring themselves agnostics, and I ain't just talking about the likes of the King of Kings. I'm talking about young, beautiful men and women on the ground with me, and they know the spiritualism and the metaphysical nature of people like me exists, and they are just, my article about India is because I had over an hour conversation with a dude who's my neighbor. Gorgeous, brown-skinned dude. How he relates to his wife is, because he just happened to talk about, it's just so gorgeous. And he's a universalist like I am. And we just blew each other away. We just kept blowing each other away with our discussion. And I was apologizing to him naturally, and he was just like, this woman is older than me, and she's white, and she's actually apologizing to me for things, and he knew he could talk to me, and I got to go back and find him because some of the concepts he was talking about, he just wants to be heard just like I want to be heard, but we've been held down so long. Let me tell you what I want to do, except for my neighbors like this and my guys on Twitter. Let me tell you what I want to do. I want to move to Canada. Let me just make that really fucking clear at this point in my life as I talk about Palestine again, because Mr. Starbucks decided to tweet once in the past, I don't even know the last tweet he did. And, all I have to say is, sir, thank you, because, oh my gosh, I just don't even know how I'm going to quit feeling pulled apart by American politics. I have talked about Palestine, and I have talked about how Israel has a bad attitude. Israel is the elder brother. You go look at the parable. You know what? Since he decided to tweet, I'm going to decide to read that parable. Because Israel has attitude. And it is the fucking murderous attitude that's got us in trouble with the Republican Party right now in the United States of America. It's the same murderous attitude. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I kindly and gently responded to his one tweet. I'm going to tell you, America, on YouTube, the why of it. Because I encountered this bullshit in the cultish Covenant Church movement. Oh, God, have mercy on my soul. That's back when I was 12 years old. That's where it was while we were putting up with that church that my brother died dead in the street twice, resurrected once, went the second time. Okay, that's Revelation. What is that? Is that 12 or 13 in the flesh? 2 dead prophets in the street. Yeah, my brother got to do it twice. No, he doesn't mind that I'm laughing at this point. Let me tell you, he wants me to laugh more, my brother. I could say something here, and I ain't gonna switch over to Tara. I didn't light that candle. If I don't light that candle, I don't talk Tara. So Christianity, thumb down. I am not pleased with your charismania. I am not going to bless Israel like stupid people do in the United States of America because of one stupid thing still stripping through Christian doctrine, and that's called dominion. Dominion. Dominion is so full of sexism, racism, white supremacy, and misogyny, and you name it. And Israel just, the guys just are all up in that thing that, the King of Kings came from them. Well, you know what? The King of Kings ain't up in that thing. King of Kings is universal. Agnostic. Because of your shit. Worldwide. Yeah, he knows spiritualism exists. No, he doesn't want to talk about it. And I wouldn't either if I were him. Just like my beautiful India brother, who he and we could literally sit for hours and amaze each other at how we agree. I mean, he just kept, and I would say something because he would punt a little comment about about the tent cities that we have, and in Austin they're not really dealing with it how he and I would like to deal with it. And so I'm going to go ahead and share this because this is the kind of mindset that, quite frankly, Israel is doing to Palestine. Okay, it's just so much more bloody, and it's so much more wrong. I mean, at least in America we can have the conversation. Okay, they can't even do that. They cannot do that. Okay. So, take that to the laundry. Wash that in your thoughts. When you're showering, You know, when you're showering, go have at it. I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna close this for Midnight and I, Mr. Starbucks. I'm gonna close this with what I'm doing, and I'm gonna actually put up artwork at above each of the toilets in my bathrooms, because with runestones you can speak a washing through one rune. I think it's Inus. Let me see. And it is something, it's not negative, because you can do the negative side, but I'm having to teach people not to do the negative side if they've been in Christianity. If they've been in Christianity too long, because they've been hit with religion too hard. And so I have grace for it until I have to back away, because Christians suck at humility. I don't know what else to say anymore. It's just ridiculous. Y'all don't anymore know how to be humble than I know how to be. Donald Trump. So you got some work to do. Okay. Okay, so this is from chapter 5. 3 ceremonial spreads. The Book of Runes by Ralph H. Bloom. And he has a quote of Mother Teresa in there. God loves the world through us. God isn't just male there. That's me too. Female. Yeah. I was taking out a rib. That's on the earth though. When you got Tara in the room, it's way more complicated and beautiful than that. Okay. And she's willing to admit at this point that there's one account that managed to help me, and actually that's a vow that he's saying, well, okay, you broke all the rest of them, not this one, girl, not this one. And he's an angel, he's an archangel, and I'll tell you right now, he's a Luciferian that is extremely powerful. And that's all you're going to hear from me, because I am tired. Please forgive me, Mr. Starbucks, if I shouldn't have said that. I am so fucking tired of this shit show in America that I just want to move to Canada. And I'm not going to do that either. Thank you for tweeting overnight, Mr. Starbucks. That helped. But his point is Palestine, and I have already written and destroyed it about Palestine. I am ferociously frustrated about the politics stripping out in the United States of America. I think if there's one thing that these guys I'm talking about can depend on, it's that Kara will give emotion to how ferocious we feel about deliverance of the curse off of everybody. Not just the Jews, not just the Asians, not just the white-ass Americans, not just the Africans and the African Americans, not just the American Indians, not just, I could sit here for 24 hours, maybe twice, and name all the people groups that are gorgeous on the face of the earth. We demand deliverance of the curse for everyone, not the wicked, like Donald Trump. That ain't gonna happen. Now, am I gonna go so far to say that the current Prime Minister of Israel is wicked? I ain't gonna go that far. Because I believe in love. I believe in hugging trees when I'm frustrated. Okay. Israel, by the authority vested in several of us on the earth that are privileged to be working together, one of whom is Jewish to the core. But probably weeping inside would be my guess about how you, Israel, are handling your brotherhood and sisterhood of Palestine. I have this to say. Fix it, Israel. Stop hating on lovely people. To America, white, evangelical, fucked up America, I have this to say. Shut up about Israel. It is none of your business. You have no idea how murderous you are with your rhetoric. To my gentlemen, the true leaders of the world system and the earth core, with Tara, who no longer has burdens on her back because of them, and we're all manifesting on Twitter, I say thank you, sirs. I will close telling you that in my house, therefore in where you're dwelling, my brother, my father, my Uncle Paul are all back. Okay, I might as well just get real Tara honest. Thank God I didn't light the candle in my office, in my house, America, because then the authority is way more unified than you're gonna want to deal with. I already have the testimony withheld, sealed, and I can tell you right now that Mr. Starbucks is the reason, and you do not care, America. You don't care. So, that's all I know about you. Okay, I was wrong. The rune for Mother Teresa's God Loves the World Through Us and 3 ceremonial spreads, chapter 5, the ceremonial spread of flow, water, that which conducts, is Laguz, L-A-G-U-Z. It is number 18. Every time you wash, speak these blessings and confess for cleansing, is what I say. 1 John 1:9. And a bird just landed on my car and said good morning. So Miss Pagan is home with my guys, including 11 other Beaty-Coffey family members. The birds, you know, can hear me. I will, before I go in and have my second cup of coffee, I will hug a tree, literally. I have gorgeous trees around me here. I'm not going to tell you where I am. It's none of your business. I would suggest that the gentleman I am privileged to minister with, every time you wash your hands, every time you take